We step on the stage, lights flash, we own the night. Every beat, every line, we bring the city to life. Feel the rhythm, feel the pulse, we're the wave that's rising. Every shout, every move, the world's watching us surprising. Ready, let's our TV, we the run now steady. Camera light, action, everybody ready. From the street to the screen, we heavy. Revv, make the whole world feel me. We hustle, we grind, we keep the fire alive. From Lagos street to the global stage, we thrive. Every clip, every story, we keep the dream alive. Shout out to the youth, we the future.
What's good, everybody? My name is Onalina Imarumula. The E stands for everything exciting, and you're watching Revv Network TV. Welcome to another exciting day. What's going on with my scoreboard? I honestly thought that I had done a great job with this, but it seems like no. Seems like I didn't. Let me just position these things right. Yeah, let me just position this ones right so that they are okay. Yeah, let me just fix the score. Let me fix the score. Yeah, let's just basically me going through the back and forth of doing yeah, I think we're okay. So today we're gonna be watching the game between Australia and Paraguay, but there's also a game going on, and that is the game between Turkey and the USA. So I'm just going to be touching on that game as I go. The reason I'm choosing this one is because very high stakes match. This one, it's a very important game for all of the teams that are involved, mainly because it determines who goes through and who doesn't. You know, it's just a lot. So first thing first, please use the voting section to vote for the team that you think will most likely be winning today. If you think Australia is gonna win, please vote for Australia, of which I see there's already 70% of the voters saying Australia. 70% of the voters are saying Australia. Nobody is saying a draw just yet, and 30% is saying Paraguay. So if you haven't voted for the team that you think will most likely come out victorious, please take the moment and do so. The game is gonna begin in a few seconds from now on. So I hope everybody's ready. I see you, Phoenix. I see you, Phoenix. I think you are the first one to comment. Yes. Don't worry. How are you doing though? Which team are you going with in this game that we are about to watch, which is the game between Paraguay and Australia? I think for me today, I'm just gonna take a wild cut and go with Paraguay. A very wild one, I know. Very wild decision. But yeah, I think I live for wild decisions. Basically, I'm always doing those. I'm not new to those basically. So one of the only decision that I want to make is the decision of supporting Tunisia, right? So now since there's no African team, I think I'm just gonna go with Australia. Maybe mainly because South Africa has had a lot of runnings with Australia on the cricket side, not on the football side, not a lot on the football side. So please comment your score predictions also by letting me know how do you think the score is gonna go. How you actually think the score is gonna go, and let us get ready to begin. The game between Australia and Paraguay. I'm supporting Paraguay. I don't know why I'm not supporting Australia, honestly. I just kind of feel like Australia has enough supporters as it is. But if you want the updates on the USA and the Turkey game, I'm also gonna be doing like this kind of updated version basically of it that shows the two games that are currently playing. But I'm gonna be focused a lot on the Australia game. So as I've said, I'm going with Paraguay today. If you haven't voted for the team that you are going with, please take a moment and vote. And most importantly, also do not forget to like this live stream. Not forget to like so that it can be recommended to even more people. Yeah, to even more people. Almost dropped this.
Feel the rhythm, feel the wave that's rising.
So that's the view that I'm gonna go to, just to give you guys an update on what might be happening on the other game, since I said that I'm gonna be focusing on this one. So please do not forget to share your thoughts in the comment section by just commenting your score predictions. How do you think the game is gonna go? That is the bigger question also, but you can also vote by selecting the team that you're supporting in the poll. I am with Paraguay today. I am with Paraguay throughout. Is there any South African matches again? Yeah, there are going to be South African matches. South Africa has qualified, so South Africa has qualified to play in the round of 32. So they're going to be playing against Canada, I think on Sunday. Just an update on the other game. We have USA leading, scoring their first goal. So in the other game, USA have already scored. USA just scored. Yeah, basically USA just scored on the other game. So I just wanted to update you on that one. I just updated. So it is currently 1-0 for USA, leading Turkey. USA ahead of Turkey. So yeah, they're gonna be other South African games. South Africa is gonna play on Sunday. They're playing in the knockout. Hence, a lot of us were celebrating that win against South Korea. That is like the moment we qualified. So we still have another match, and if we perform better, we will still have another one. It depends on how we perform. Whether or not we're gonna have any other games from now, it's gonna depend on that. But I'm positive nonetheless. I'm positive in South Africa and its ability to surprise us. That was just an update on the other game that is currently playing, the game between Turkey and the USA, but we are focused on the game between Australia and Paraguay. I want to pull up my research actually. I don't know where my research is. Where's my research? Australia with an alien attempt. What's happening? Indo Simba. I'll just say Simba. Hi Simba. Thank you so much for tuning in on Twitch. How are you? I see you on Twitch here. So yeah, that is basically it. Let me just get on Twitch also. I think I should open Twitch just to see. So Australia is currently, USA. USA is currently leading Turkey. But anyways, I think the USA was still gonna progress due to them being the host of this World Cup. I'm trying to get on Twitch. I'm actually trying to get on Twitch so that I can be able to. Yeah, I'm trying to get on Twitch so that I can be able to see your messages. I'm currently watching Australia versus Australia. Australia versus Paraguay. I don't know why I said it. But nonetheless, which team are you going with between these two teams? Let me know. Which one are you going with?
We step on the stage, lights flash, we own the night. Every beat, every line, we bring the city to life. Feel the rhythm, feel the pulse, feel the wave that's rising. Every shout, every move, the world's watching us surprising. Baby, let's go our TV. We dey run up steady. Come on, lie, action. Everybody ready. From the street to the screen, we heavy. Revv, make the whole world feel me. Fire alive. From Lagos street to the global stage, we thrive. Every clip, every story, we keep the dream alive. Shout out to the youth, we the future, we the vibe. Revv it, Revv it, Revv it, Revv it. On the stage, lights flash, we own the night. Every beat, every line, we bring the city to life. Feel the rhythm, feel the pulse, feel the wave that's rising. Every shout, every move, the world's watching us surprising. Baby, let's go our TV. We dey run up steady. Come on, lie, action. Everybody ready. From the street to the screen, we heavy. Revv, make the whole world feel me. We hustle, we grind, we keep the fire alive. From Lagos street to the global stage, we thrive. Every clip, every story, we keep the dream alive. Shout out to the youth, we the future, we the vibe. Revv it, Revv it, Revv it, Revv it.
Okay, thank you so much for that. I did not know. I'm sorry. I don't know when how long have I been muted? I didn't realize. I don't know why I have these issues at around this times. But when you sent you a message, I said that I don't know if you had me when I was talking about the US and Paraguay, and I asked you which team you are supporting. I think I was muted also. But let me just to answer your question. I am supporting Paraguay against Australia, mainly because Australia has there's an equalizer from Turkey on the other game. As I was saying, Australia has always been our enemy as South Africans. Has always been our enemy as South Africans, mainly due to the cricket issue. I think it stems from cricket a lot more than rugby. So based on the cricket issue, it has always been our enemy. So I am never gonna support Australia. I'm carrying that whole rivalry into football. This may carry that whole rivalry into football. So I'm hoping that Paraguay takes it today. Because this is a very high stakes match for actually the two teams, right? It's very high stakes for the two teams. It determines who will be number 2. Both teams are currently sitting at number 3. The only problem is that Australia is number 2 because of the goal difference. So I think maybe if like if Paraguay can take it, yeah, because I don't like Australia. And I'm not saying I do not like Australians. I do not like Australia, the team, because of the rivalry we have with Australia. What's good? What's good, Chris? What's good? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. How are you? How are you, Chris? So yeah, that is why I'm supporting Paraguay today. That is why I'm not supporting Australia. But yeah, that is my reason. I do not have a problem with the Australian people. Australians, I do not have a problem. Which team are you supporting anyway, Simba? Let me know in the comment section. Which team are you going with? Which one is your pick? Which one is your pick between these two? Which one is your pick? So yeah, as I said, please let me know also the team that you are supporting in the comment section. You can also comment with your score predictions. How do you think it's gonna end? Okay, I see Simba says Australia. Yeah, but please understand me when I say this. I do not have a problem with Australian people. This is just a sports rivalry we have with South Africa, stemming from cricket. So I'm carrying it into football. But nonetheless, I was about to say I want this World Cup to kind of bear a lot of surprises. In a sense that I am hoping for newer teams to kind of show off somehow. I don't know if that is normal, but I am kind of tired of seeing the same teams winning the World Cup, seeing the same teams going to the quarterfinals. You know, I'm tired of seeing all of that. I need a surprise this year. I need this World Cup to kind of surprise me. I don't know how, but I need a surprise. I need to see a surprise. On the other side, it is 1-1. Turkey equalized against the USA. I think I'm gonna need to check the standings of that group. Yeah, I have to check it, but later on, not now. Yeah, but anyways, good luck to you, Simba. Good luck to you, honestly. Good luck to Australia. May the best man win, actually. I'm just gonna leave it there. May the best man win at the end of the day. It is currently 13 minutes. 0 Australia, 0 Paraguay. I'm also rooting for New Zealand too, since New Zealand is Australia's sister. Where is Australia? What? Let me just check the group. Which group are they playing in? I mean, New Zealand. As New Zealand is here in the World Cup. Wait, what is New Zealand? Wait, all right. New Zealand is here. I didn't know New Zealand is here. I don't remember watching a New Zealand match. I don't remember, honestly. I think it might have played later on the day. That's why I didn't see. Okay, New Zealand is also here. But New Zealand, I think Australia is performing much better than New Zealand. Because I see New Zealand is currently number 4 and they are playing against a lot of good teams in that competition. I think New Zealand also, it's kind of like a rugby nation. It's kind of like South Africa. New Zealand and South Africa have had this long-going rivalry when it comes to rugby. They've been like I think we are enemies with New Zealand when it comes to rugby, because they have been a challenging group, honestly. I think that is currently the number 2 ranked team in the world. I think New Zealand is currently number 2 after South Africa, of course. It is currently number 2. It's pretty good when it comes to rugby. I think it's New Zealand, like the All Blacks. Let me check. I think is it New Zealand? Yeah, I think the All Blacks is New Zealand in rugby. Let me check. I think it's New Zealand. Yes, it's New Zealand. I remember well. great memory that I have. They have to play Belgium tomorrow. It's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be an easy match, because also let me see how far Belgium is. Belgium is currently struggling in that group. They are facing a possibility of being disqualified and not proceeding. Belgium is currently they're currently number 3 with only 2 points out of 2 matches. So they've only had draws. They've only had 2 draws. A draw against Egypt. Oh no, they lost to Egypt. Which team did Egypt beat? I think they beat Belgium. Yeah, I think they beat Belgium, or they had a draw. I'm not sure. But the problem with Belgium also, I think maybe New Zealand has a chance when it comes to Belgium. Because I kind of feel Belgium, it's not like, I don't know. I think they're just not performing as well anymore. Mainly because the majority of their star players have been playing for a very long time. I think that is one of the reasons why Belgium is kind of struggling. And it's because they have like older players. They have older players. They're still relying on older players. So it's somehow affecting the whole team. That is the only reason that they're like trying so hard right now, but we are not really like seeing their efforts, because they're playing with older players. Older players cannot perform the same way as they used to. They're not performing as much as they used to anymore. So that is a problem. I think when I answered your message, Chris, I think when I answered your message, I might have been muted, because I realized very late on that I was muted. But how are you doing? Are you okay? Are you okay? I think that's what happened. I made a mistake. I don't know how I was muted. And I was talking. It kind of reminds me of the situation of me continuing with the live stream while I was not live actually. I was talking for 10 minutes only to realize that, I'm not live. I think it's old age. It might be old age. But yeah, that is currently the situation. 17 minutes in, 0 Paraguay, 0 Australia. If the game ends the way it is right now, Australia will be number 2. That is a free kick. Free kick for Australia. I want to check what is this? I want to check the... What is your age? Now you can take it, I guess. I'm just going to give it to you. How old do you think I am? Let me know. How old do I look actually? When you look at me, the first time you saw me, how old? Like, give me a range between this and this. How old do I look? I want to find out, honestly. I want to find out before I reveal my actual age. I want to find out before I reveal my actual age. Let me know. How old do I look? I'm gonna check the schedule. Where's the schedule? So just the standing matches, okay. Maybe 24 to 30 when I joined. Yeah, I think you might be right, but I'm actually 29. Yeah, but you are right. That is, I'm simply between that. Yeah, I'm actually 29 years old. I'm gonna be turning 30 in December. I'm gonna be turning 30. You are not wrong. You were not wrong when you thought. When I'm saying old age, that is just me trying to joke. Honestly, I'm not good at making jokes. So that is like my way of trying to joke. I am nowhere near old age. I'm actually 29. I'm turning 30 this year. I was pretty mad with the Australian USA game. I thought Australia could have at least scored 1 goal. Was going to score 1 goal. The problem with USA is that it's pretty unpredictable. That's one thing that I've realized so far. USA is a pretty unpredictable, and it also surprised me at first. It also surprised me. I always thought that USA was a bad team, honestly. I don't know why I undermined the USA. I don't know why I undermined the USA, but I think USA is surprising a lot of us. As of Australia, the problem is that I think sometimes when you play against some of these teams earlier on, a lot of teams are having bad games earlier on. I know what happened with a lot of teams. Spain also had a bad game. So that time, I think was it the first match? I think it was the first match. The USA. Let me check actually. Oh, the USA and I wanna check. I don't remember that match, but one thing I know is that playing. It was not the first game. I think it is the second. Yes, 2-0. That was. The USA is just a good team, guys. You know, I didn't know. I didn't expect. I'm surprised, but turns out USA is just. It is just a good team. It is just a good team. But Australia also, despite that 2-0 loss, I feel like they could have made it way higher. They could have made it way higher, honestly. They could have made it way higher. I kind of feel like they could have won, because honestly, it's not a lot of Turkey. I want to know against Turkey. Did they have a draw with Turkey? That's the problem. Let me check Australia, because I think they might have had a draw with Turkey. And it's just like a lot of teams, sometimes they kind of waste the chances to kind of get through. It is like they are forgetting that this day will eventually come. It's like they forget that, you know, this day, eventually it will come. Where now you're going to have to be knocked out. Or they won against Turkey. All right. Okay, oh, that's why they have... Okay, it makes sense. Yeah. But they still have a fighting chance, honestly. I think Australia still has a fighting chance. Because as I said, if the game ends up the way it is right now, they will still be on top. Because of the goal difference that is like making them superior over Paraguay. It made me a little more mad they didn't have one of their good players. Who's a good player? Which player were they missing in Australia? Which player were they missing? Which player were they missing? The thing is that with Australia, honestly, I haven't watched a lot of football. I don't know. I haven't watched a lot of football lately. But yeah, I've watched enough. But I haven't watched. Okay, they haven't qualified. So Australia needs to qualify. They need this, actually. They need to win. They need to win this game if they want to make it to the round of 32. If they do not score today, I don't know. If they do not score, I don't know. Or in the USA, they were missing. Oh, Pulisic. Oh, all right. But then again, they still managed to beat Australia. I think the US, you know, one thing about the USA I realized is that I don't know how, but they are just good. The USA is good. They are not like the other teams. For an example, you know, Portugal right now, without Cristiano Ronaldo, they are just like, I know they are a good team, but I feel like they wouldn't be as good if Cristiano Ronaldo was there. Same situation with Argentina. Without Messi, Argentina is gonna be a bad team. But when you look at teams like Spain, for an example, it doesn't matter who's not there. Spain, even if Yamal is not there, Spain is still gonna perform well. And then you look at Brazil again. Even if we do not have Vinicius, we do not have Rafinha, it doesn't matter, they will still perform well. So I think USA is like, it falls in that category of the teams that do not depend on one player. So even if you know, Pulisic was not there, they still okay because they can perform basically. So I think that's the problem that's killing a lot of teams. A lot of teams kind of depend a lot on one person. So if that person is not around, it becomes a tragedy against them. A lot of teams. And I'm happy that South Africa is not one of those. I'm happy that South Africa is not one of those. But yeah, a lot of teams depend on one single player to change the game, to take charge and do all of that. If that player is not there, it is done. if Messi was to get suspended, I mean, Argentina has no chances of getting closer to the World Cup. That would affect the team because they kind of depend on him a lot. But these teams that do not have like only one star player that is like having all the, you know, players that are popular basically. Teams that do not have popularity, like a lot of popularity. That's why we are seeing Cape Verde surprising us a lot of time. And it's because whatever happens, they are still Cape Verde. It does not matter the situation. They remain Cape Verde throughout. So yeah, I think it has a lot to do with that. Having a star player sometimes it's okay, but sometimes it kills the momentum. It's not a lot of teams that can perform the same without their star players. It's not a lot of them. It's not a lot of teams that can do that. We are currently at 25 minutes of the game. 1 USA, 1 Turkey, 1 Paraguay, 1 Australia. So that is the current score for the two teams that are currently playing. And I'm still rooting for Paraguay. If you haven't voted for the team that you think will most likely come out victorious, please take a moment and select your team in the comment section, or you can just comment if you're watching on other platform. We're currently streaming on 3 platforms. We are on TikTok, we are on Twitch, and we are also on YouTube. So just to give an update on the vote, 65% of the people that have voted are saying Australia, 8% is saying a draw, and 27% is saying Paraguay. What rank do you wish Paraguay places? I don't know, honestly. I just hope maybe if they can just get, but the problem is that honestly, Paraguay, I think maybe if they can just be number 2. I think if they can just be number 2 or end at number 3, it'll still be fine either way. It'll still be fine either way. Number 2, number 3, it'll still be fine. However it goes. However it goes. I'm just supporting Paraguay for this match, honestly. I'm not always its supporter. The thing is that when I stream, I have to kind of, I feel like it kind of makes sense if I have a team that I'm supporting, not that in that game basically. So I always choose a team to support on a particular game. Whatever team is playing, I always make sure that let me just choose one. Let me just choose one to support for the sake of this game, so that I don't just be neutral. I think if I be neutral, it could be a problem. So it's very important that I choose a team so that I can be as biased as possible. I want to be biased. I want to be as biased as I can. I want to be as biased as I can. But there's a bit of injury to Australia right now. There's a bit of injury there. So they stoppage. I don't know what happened, but I see somebody's getting patched up. I see somebody getting patched up, so I'm trying to kind of see. Seems like there's blood. What is going on here? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What happened? I'm trying to see what happened. I wonder what happened. Okay, there was an injury to an Australian player there, so they were just attending to that. I wanted to see the replay. But it seems like they won't be showing any. But it is currently 29 minutes, 0 Paraguay, 0 Australia. At this point, it does not matter how it goes. Wait, Turkey. Turkey is currently leading. What a wow. What a wow. Turkey is currently leading USA. Trump won't like this. They mustn't do that to the USA. Donald Trump won't like this whole situation that they're trying to cause. The president is not gonna be happy. The president is not gonna be happy. Turkey with the second goal. Simba, Turkey has scored. They're currently at 2 goals earlier on. Into the first half. They are safe. I think Turkey may rank up. Yeah, it is possible. It is possible. It is possible. Well, but look, let me just check the standings of that group. Welcome back, Sumaya. Yeah, I saw an Australian player bleeding there, and he had to go and change the t-shirt and all. I did not see how it happened. That's why I was just trying to wait and see how he was hurt and why he was bleeding. How did it happen? How did it happen? I missed that part, honestly. Somehow I missed that part. Let me check the standings. Because I want to see Turkey. I want to see how Turkey... Okay, Turkey. Where's Turkey? Turkey is currently number 4. It's currently number 4. But they are currently leading anyways. If they can just go to number 3, they can maybe go to number 3. But I think it's going to be difficult if this game ends as a draw. But nonetheless, they still need more goals. They still need more goals. They can just score 2 more. They'll be okay. If they can just score 2 more, they'll be okay. Which team are you supporting, Sumaya? Which team are you supporting? Are you supporting Australia? Let me know. Are you supporting Australia?
Feel the rhythm, feel the pulse with the wave that's rising. Every shot, every move.
Australia with a run on the right. Turkey. Why am I even talking about Turkey? Okay, Turkey is currently in the lead. Paraguay is kind of trying with the defense. I'm not quite yet sure if I could trust this defense or not. But so far they haven't conceded a goal. I guess it's positive. But I'm not quite sure if I should say that, you know, they are unstoppable. They are unbreakable, you know. That is my worry. I don't know if Australia won't find it easy to penetrate them, because what I'm seeing here, is a bit scary. Scary. So I think Australia will most likely score the first goal of this match. I think they will most likely score the first goal of this match.
Every story we keep the dream of. Shout out to the youth, we the future, we the fight.
Yeah, I think they will most likely do that. Australia, most definitely they will score the first goal of the match. I don't see Paraguay trying enough. Thumbs up. Yeah, I know. You and I are always on the same page. You and I are always on the same page, Sumai. You and I are always on the same page. So yeah. Alright, that's understandable. Even me, I'm with Paraguay, Australia. Not that I have much of a problem with Australia, but my support today goes to Paraguay. That's like who's getting my support today. Australia has enough supporters. Australia has like a lot of supporters, so they're okay. I think we should just keep on supporting Paraguay. Australia will make it without us. I don't think they need us. Simba says that I accidentally clicked on one of my Twitch notifications and it took me out of your stream. Okay, it's not a... Ooh! Australia with a strike from outside of the box, landing in the hands of the goalkeeper. Yeah, I'm saying I was about to say it's not a problem, you know, as long as you are back. Thank you so much for sticking through also. Yeah, I think I hardly get watchers on Twitch. I hardly get people who stick around on Twitch. I don't know. I haven't been streaming on Twitch like a lot. I kind of do multi-stream there, so I don't usually get comments from Twitch. I think you might just be the first person to be as engaged so far. So thank you so much for that, Simba. Thank you so much. Of course, I already told you that I will always be same team as you. Yes. The only problem is that I think there was a time, I don't know which team you were supporting recently, I don't know. But there was a time we were not supporting the same team, and it's somewhere this week. But nonetheless, no problem. Australia outside of the penalty box. Australia needs to... Hesitation from Australia, wasting chances. It's hesitation. So as I was saying, it's very important that we support the same teams. I don't know why, but sometimes I make right decisions. I support good teams that actually end up winning. But there are also times where I kind of support teams that fail. But I think the majority of the time, the teams that we choose usually just either win or have a draw. Which team did we support and then it ended up losing? I don't know which team. But usually it's either a draw or they win. A lot of times it's either they get a draw or they win. Either a draw or win. I don't know what's up with my internet. I need to refresh this. Okay, yeah, we are back. Watching matches online is a problem. Sometimes I miss TV. You know, with TV you didn't need to have like this fast internet and fast whatever. You just switch on your TV and you can watch the game. I think I should go back to that, honestly. I think I should just go back to TV. I think I should just go back to TV, because with this internet, sometimes it buffers, you miss a moment, all of a sudden a goal, all of a sudden penalty, and you don't know what actually happened. I think the internet is kind of demanding a lot, but then again, also it's a bit flexible than, you know, cable TV basically. Yeah, of course. Okay, I like to go to small streamers so I can talk to the stream. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm very small, you know, especially on Twitch. On Twitch, I'm very, very, very small. I'm still trying to chase my first 50 followers. I don't remember when I honestly do not remember the last time I had like 50 followers on YouTube. I don't remember, honestly. I don't remember. I think it might be around 2020. I think maybe 2020, when I was like just trying to do content. That is like when I had 50 followers, 50 subscribers. I think Twitch is one of my, I don't know, I don't have a lot of followers on Twitch. I think that's like where I do not exist on Twitch. On Facebook, it's not bad. I'm sitting at 10k right now, so it's not too bad. Hey, but Twitch, and I find it very difficult to kind of get followers on Twitch. I don't know what goes on, but I'm just gonna keep on going. If I manage to get to 40 something, it's a positive sign. I like between USA and Turkey, I stand with Turkey. All right. You are making right decisions. Always you're choosing the right team, because Turkey is like very down there, so they need the points. USA, obviously they qualified, they are the host nation, so host nations are okay. So it is very important that we support the smaller teams. The same way that we saw Ecuador today beating Germany. I know you are not happy with that one also. I know you are not happy with Ecuador beating Germany. I saw you when you commented. You were disappointed in that, but yeah, me, I was happy during that match, because I like seeing the smaller guys shine, and for the streamers, so that they can see my messages. Yeah, thank you so much. You know, honestly, as a person who streams, it kind of means a lot when you see people engaging in the comments, and that's why I attend to each and every single message, and I attend to each and every single person that is like posting messages, because it kind of means a lot. I always say that people who comment are basically the lifeline of this live streams that we do, especially for watch-alongs, because if there were no comments, then I was just gonna be sitting here watching the game, not talking to anybody. So seeing people comment, seeing people engage, it kind of means a lot to us as streamers. I don't know about the other streamers, but I think everybody who streams is too big on comments, especially if you're still in the beginning phases, unless of course if you're like already big enough, then it's hard to keep up with the comments. But as of me, it means a lot to see your messages. I'm good, I'm proper, I'm good, Wesley. Welcome back. What do you mean a surprise? What surprise are you talking about? What's going on? What is going on? What surprise? Are you talking about the game? Please let me know what you're talking about. And me, I'm okay, honestly, and I have more energy than I did earlier on. I don't know how that happened. It's still a mystery to me. During the earlier games, I kind of felt like I wanted to sleep. Now all of a sudden I'm energetic. All of a sudden at this time of the hour I'm energetic. I don't know how that works, but that was the situation that I was going through. You made me a mod. That's a huge surprise. Oh, okay, yeah. I think it is you and Phoenix, mainly because of the. I don't know if you guys are usually here around these times. So the moderators, I think the person who's like active all around is Sumaya. Sumaya is like active throughout. I never know when she's gonna come, but I think sometimes the earlier streams she can be here. She's always around. So she's that moderator who's always around, and X also is always around. But I know that after midnight, I do not see him unless it's a South African game or it's a very big game. So right now usually it is you, and then there's also Phoenix for the games that are playing at this time, and there's also Sumaya. Sumaya is like a freelancer. Sometimes she's here, sometimes she's not. But yeah, I actually wanted people who can assist me when it comes to moderating the chats, especially when it comes to, because sometimes it happens that we get a lot of viewers. It can reach 20,000 sometimes more than that, like it fluctuates. So I really need people who assist with that. There are a lot of bots sending messages in the comment section when they are like high stakes games. So yeah, actually I made you the moderator yesterday after the stream. Yeah, yesterday at around this time when I was still streaming. Simba says that it's pretty crazy that Turkey is beating USA right now. Honestly, my opinion, I have a lot of opinions, so please do not mind this again. The opinion that I have, okay, say gotta go. It's not a problem. Thank you so much for pulling through. I appreciate you for being here. But yeah, my opinion with the USA, it's pretty simple. A lot of teams were really lucky in the beginning stages. Right now we are seeing their actual capabilities. All right, we are seeing their actual capabilities. So a lot of teams will lose these last matches. I'm telling you, a lot of them. And it's not only going to be the USA. We have already seen Germany fall to Ecuador. Now we are seeing a USA possibly. It's still a long way to go until the game ends, but it's a possibility. I think a lot of them will fail. Yeah, thank you so much for pulling through, Simba. Thank you so much. Please follow if you haven't. Please follow me if you haven't followed on Twitch. But most importantly, thank you so much for keeping the conversation going, for being here, and for sharing your thoughts throughout the live stream. So yeah, I think a lot of people came through this live stream during the earlier on. A lot of people came here during the early live streams. So I'm super grateful. Super grateful for the earlier live stream. So far I'm okay, honestly, with the tool. But what I know is that when it comes to live streaming, you just have to make sure that you I don't know. It's hard to keep up with the same energy throughout, even though you are not being watched by a lot of people. But nonetheless, you have to show up for the ones that are watching. That's why my regular people that are always here are currently moderators for the channel, because these are the regular people. I think Sumai was the first person to kind of be here more than once. She was the first person to kind of be here more than once. So that really means a lot, honestly. So I always see you guys when you are here, and I see you when you engage, you know. I see you guys. I see. So that's my way of showing appreciation for the support that you are giving me, actually, because I want you guys to be a part of this. I mean, you had already been a part of this, so yeah, I want everybody else to see that you are a part of this. Australia with a strike saved by the goalkeeper. It is currently 46 minutes. We are on the 6 minutes of added time. So yeah, that is basically the reason. I want everybody else who comes through to see that, you know, you guys were the first people, the first few people to kind of pull through to the streams. It doesn't matter how long you watch, but for the fact that you guys always pull through and then you end up commenting and doing that really gives me the confidence to continue. And yeah, it is currently 46 minutes. I think I just said that, but yeah, Turkey is still leading USA. They're almost at halftime also. Almost at halftime. I don't know what's going on with Australia, but Australia is not that bad, honestly. It's not that bad. I'm more concerned by Paraguay. I'm more concerned of Paraguay at this point, looking at the fact that they are not trying to score. They're just defending. The whole 45 minutes they've been defending. So that is the team that I'm more concerned about. I'm not really concerned about Australia. I feel like they will most likely score the first goal. I'm still saying that even now. I'm still saying that Australia will most likely score the first goal of the match. Four minutes left until halftime. On the other side, Turkey must just make sure that they do not lose this win to the USA. They should make sure that throughout everything, they do not allow the USA to come out on top. They shouldn't do that. Paraguay. Paraguay. I think I'm supporting the wrong team here. I might just be supporting the wrong team. For 8 minutes in. 3 minutes left. Was it 3 minutes? Yeah. Right, 3 minutes. Australia with a through ball. Landing nowhere. A lot of teams are starting to struggle in this last round. This last round, a lot of teams are struggling. I don't think we ever expected Germany to lose today. Australia will score second half. Yeah, it looks that way because it's almost half time. It is almost half time, so maybe they will score. I think so also. I think so. I think they will score on the second half. Actually, it looks like they will score on the second half. Looks like they will most likely score on the second half because this one is practically over. And Paraguay, I don't think they will end up scoring anything. I don't think Paraguay will end up scoring anything today. But like I said, Australia, as much as Australia has a lot to lose in this game, if it ends as a draw, Australia is still gonna be happy because they would have qualified. They will be number 2 and they could have. Wait, let me check. Oh yes, they will be qualified. I was worried about the standing since I think Turkey also is kind of part of the conversation. Why did I even... Let me check Turkey. Turkey is currently number 4. They might overtake Paraguay. So okay, Paraguay, it gets more serious for them. For them, it's more serious to get a win today. If Turkey gets 30 points today, but they've conceded a lot of goals, I think after conceding so many goals, I think Paraguay will most likely remain as number 3, whatever may happen. Australia will, okay, probably why Australia isn't pushing, because they already qualified. Yeah, I see that's why they are relaxed. But then again, it's not over. That is my worry. It's not over. It's not like they have like an automatic qualification. Is it one of the teams that... I don't think they have that. I don't think they have an automatic qualification. So I think they need to push also, because they have the same amount of points, basically. They have the same amount of points. It is currently half time. I think having the same amount of points kind of makes it more difficult for Australia. So what happens if Paraguay... Let me check. If they beat Australia... I think it might be the same situation with Germany, because Germany already knew that they had qualified, so they were not worried about anything. Germany was not worried about anything. Okay, so the problem is that if they would lose, they would be knocked out. You understand? So Australia, it is also important for Australia this game. They just have to show up. They just have to show up, honestly. But yeah, it is most okay. That's why Australia should win this match. Yeah, even like the way they've been playing, it is very evident. Which is why I'm starting to dial back and start saying, you know, Australia will most likely score the first goal. Because earlier on, I was just like Paraguay. Then Paraguay wasn't like delivering. It's not delivering. Paraguay is not delivering. They are not active. Nothing. They're just playing defense, and even though their defense is like trying, it's not really like enough to hold Australia to stop them. They're too far from stopping Australia. So it will most likely be an Australia game. It all depends on how Australia continues with this thing. It all depends on that. It all depends on how they handle it from here. I feel like the game is in their court at this point. The ball is in their court. I see we already have 66% of the voters also saying Australia, 7% saying a draw, and 28% saying Paraguay. So they just need to make sure that they come back stronger. Otherwise they might, because it's not finalized. It's not finalized. If Paraguay becomes number 2, it becomes a problem for Australia. It becomes a problem for them. So as much as it might not look like a big deal, it carries a lot of weight. It might not look like a big deal, but it carries a lot of weight. So they need to make sure that they show up for the second half. And yeah, but I will be back for this halftime. For now, I'm just gonna take a quick break. And yeah, thank you so much for everybody that has pulled through. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you guys later on in 2 minutes for the final half of the game. I will see you for the final half of the game so that we can finish this game. I was expecting goals at this point, but I'll take what I'm dealt. I'll just take what I'm dealt, and I will see you guys in around 12 minutes. Yeah.
out to the youth, we the future, we the vibe. Revv it, Revv it, Revv it, Revv it. We step on the stage, lights flash, we own the night. Every beat, every line, we bring the city to life. Feel the rhythm, feel the pulse, we're the wave that's rising. Every shout, every move, the world's watching us surprising. Revv, network TV, we the run up steady. Camera light, action, everybody ready. From the street to the screen, we heavy. Revv, Revv, make the whole world feel me. We hustle, we grind, we keep the fire alive. From Lagos street to the global stage, we thrive. Every clip, every story, we keep the dream alive. Shout out to the youth, we the future, we the vibe. Revv it, Revv it, Revv it, Revv it. We step on the stage, lights flash, we own the night. Every beat, every line, we bring the city to life. Feel the rhythm, feel the pulse, we're the wave that's rising. Every shout, every move, the world's watching us surprising. Revv, network TV, we the run up steady. Camera light, action, everybody ready. From the street to the screen, we heavy. Revv, Revv, make the whole world feel me. We hustle, we grind, we keep the fire alive. From Lagos street to the global stage, we thrive. Every clip, every story, we keep the dream alive. Shout out to the youth, we the future, we the vibe. Revv it, Revv it, Revv it, We step on the stage, lights flash, we own the night. Every beat, every line, we bring the city to life. Feel the rhythm, feel the pulse, feel the wave that's rising. Every shout, every move, the world's watching us surprising. Ready, let's go our TV. We dey run up steady. Camera light, action. Everybody ready. From the street to the screen, we heavy. Ready, make the whole world feel me. Fire alive. From Lagos street to the global stage, we thrive. Every clip, every story, we keep the dream alive. Shout out to the youth, we the future, we the vibe. Ready, 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 ready. We step on the stage, lights flash, we own the night. Every beat, every line, we bring the city to life. Feel the rhythm, feel the pulse, feel the wave that's rising. Every shout, every move, the world's watching us surprising. Ready, let's go our TV. We dey run up steady. Camera light, action. Everybody ready. From the street to the screen, we heavy. Ready, make the whole world feel me. Fire alive. From Lagos street to the global stage, we thrive. Every clip, every story, we keep the dream alive. Shout out to the youth, we the future, we the vibe. Ready, 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 ready. We step on the stage, lights flash, we own the night. Every beat, every line, we bring the city to life. Feel the rhythm, feel the pulse, feel the wave that's rising. Every shout, every move, the world's watching us surprising. Baby, let's go our TV. We dey run up steady. Camera light, action. Everybody ready. From the street to the screen, we heavy. Revv, make the whole world feel me. We hustle, we grind, we keep the fire alive. From Lagos street to the global stage, we thrive. Every clip, every story, we keep the dream alive. Shout out to the youth, we the future, we the vibe. Revv it, Revv it, Revv it, Revv it.
And we are back for the second and final half of this this match between, actually two matches. We are currently watching two matches, but we are most focused on the match between Australia and Paraguay. There's also USA and Tunisia playing on the other hand, where we see USA trailing behind Turkey. It seems like Turkey might be having a good day today. Actually, they might be having a better day than a lot of teams that play. A better day than Tunisia. We're gonna be having a better day than Tunisia. So that is the score update. USA and Turkey. It is currently a 2-1 a lead for Turkey. Yes, we are back. Currently a 2-1 lead for Turkey. So we're gonna be watching this final game until later on. Yellow card. Who's getting a yellow card? Australia. Australia with a early yellow card. Just earlier on into the second half. What did he do? So yeah, maybe they might score 3 goals. Maybe they might score 3 goals. Let me see the comments. Let me see the comments. Golden Pathway Shadow Coaching. I'll just say you are golden, honestly. Golden says that Australia dominating. I'm looking for 2-0 to Australia. I want Australia to lose today, honestly. I want Australia to lose, but I'm kidding. Anyways, whatever goes on, let it go on, guys. Don't mind me and my issues with Australia. Whatever happens. But yeah, it seems most likely like Australia is kind of the bigger team in this competition. But I don't think they'll be able to score 2 goals. I think we'll just be getting 1 in this game. I think we might just be seeing 1 goal, mainly because I'm looking at everything that is like happening in the first half. Although Australia is dominating, but they're just not dominating enough. Maybe, but I might be wrong. Golden, I might be wrong. Yeah, don't worry. Whatever happens, we are just here to witness it. So no worries. So we'll see if it is a 2-0 win. But one thing I agree with you is one thing we are in agreement with is that, you know, Australia is currently the bigger team in this game between them and Paraguay. USA has scored the second goal, equalizing, cutting that whole celebration of Turkey short. So they've cut it short right now, equalizing 2-2 right now. 2-2 USA, 2 Turkey. So they've cut that whole lead, turning this into currently a draw. So I feel so bad for Turkey nonetheless. Australia inside of the penalty box. Will the ref call a penalty? The ref looks the other way. The referees, so corrupt. I think these referees are corrupt. The fact that they always look the other way at the point where you feel like, you know, this is actually a foul. At the moment we see, but when we do not see fouls, they are too quick to kind of call it. But yeah, where was I? Sumaya says that come on, take it 3 goals. Hey, you see what's happening with Turkey, Sumaya? Yeah, they need the 3rd goal. Honestly, the 3rd goal they need it. But right now, I think it might just go either way. It's unpredictable. This one is a bit unpredictable. Wesley says that I think it's gonna be 3-2 for Turkey and Australia win 2. Okay, 2-1 basically. With Turkey, it might be 3-2 win, but we don't know for who. Don't know for who, because right now it's 2-2 and it's like it's concerning, like this is stressful, so I don't know. Okay, I think I was disconnected for a while, but I think I'm okay right now. So yeah, that is the worry. That is my worry. Who exactly will come out victorious between these two teams? Especially since, thank you so much for the subscription, Ghosty. Thank you so much for the subscription. Especially since, you know, Australia scored an equalizer. It's not looking good for Turkey. It's not looking good for Turkey. But like I said, it could go either way. At this point, it can go either way. It can go either way. Can go either way. I'm just waiting to see if Australia will score before 60 minutes. Actually, 60 minutes, because I feel like they should have scored earlier on, since they were like the dominant party in the first half. Otherwise, they're just like putting themselves at an unnecessary risk. Because like I said, this match determines who gets promoted. So Australia is not playing like a team that's like looking to get promoted. They're not playing like a team that's like trying to get promoted and play in the knockout stages. You know, they're playing like a team that has already qualified. They are relaxed, way too relaxed for my liking. Way too relaxed for my liking. But we have 69% of the people saying Australia and 6% saying a draw. Only 25% saying Turkey. If you haven't voted for the team that you think will most likely be coming out victorious today, take a moment and select the team using the poll. You can also share your thoughts on the game that we are currently watching. In any games, actually, you can comment on whatever game that we're currently watching. But it would be crazy if both matches end at a draw. The problem is that the matches that usually play around this time, most definitely, like a lot of them have ended at a draw. But I'm tired of seeing all of these draws. They're tiring. I cannot wait for the knockouts. I'm most excited about the knockouts, because these other ones, honestly, they just, I don't know. There's other issues of draws, a lot of draws, and I'm tired of that. I want winners. I want games that have winners. I want games that have winners always. I want that action. I need that action. I need to see that action. I need to see that action. Turkey trying by all means necessary to get a win from USA. Is it gonna happen? Only time will tell, honestly. Only time will tell. I just saw a post on social media, somebody saying that they are so blessed because he's from Canada, obviously. He says that there is no easier team than South Africa in the knockouts, guys. I think South Africa is being disrespected a lot in this competition, and we are gonna surprise a lot of you. Do not say I did not tell you. I want to make this statement today publicly, so actually not publicly, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. I want to make this today that a lot of people are undermining South Africa. Canada is undermining South Africa. How do you say a team is like the easiest team to beat? Like, what gives you the confidence that South Africa is the easiest team to beat? I wonder if people have been watching the same World Cup as we've been watching. Like, we saw Cape Verde taking Spain, holding them to a draw. Today we saw Germany losing to Ecuador. So you're still undermining South Africa. But it's fine, you know, it's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Being undermined is an advantage, because it clearly shows that they will come into the game with a lot of confidence on the fact that they will win, and you know, we will see. But I think we can take Canada. South Africa is not scared of Canada. Who are we supposed to be scared of? Jonathan David. Are we supposed to be scared of Jonathan David? Jonathan David scored a hat-trick against Qatar, and mind you, Qatar had 9 people playing that time when he scored a hat-trick because of 2 red cards. So the problem is that when these teams get favors, because now they are the host nations and all, they start to believe that they start to undermine the teams that are actually playing hard enough, that are actually earning their place. Canada did not earn its place number 1. Let's talk about that. They didn't earn their place. They are the host nation, so I don't know where all of this is coming from. But one thing I know about South Africa is that South Africa surprises everybody, even us, its own fans. We usually just get surprised with their performance. So I don't know how people are rating us. How can you rate SA as the easiest team to beat? Easiest team. That's one thing I do not agree with. That's one thing. And how do you determine a match way before it starts? I'm starting to think people haven't been watching the same World Cup as all of us. I think we've been watching different World Cups. This World Cup taught us that there is no smaller team, unless of course it is like Tunisia, maybe. Unless of course it's Tunisia. But apart from that, what we've learned is that there is no smaller team. There is no smaller team. There is no smaller team here. All teams are capable at the end of the day. All teams have the capability. All teams have the capability. Wesley says that would be awesome if Korea qualifies for the next round. I think Korea, is it gonna... I don't know what happens actually. Let me check. So what goes on with number 3? How do they proceed to the next stage of the game? Do they have like playoffs? Like what goes on? What for an example, what says now you are right to proceed to be number 3, to compete in the round of 32? Because I see a lot of teams are number 3. I don't know which team qualified today, but there's also a number 3 that has been selected, that has been flagged as qualified. So I wonder what actually qualifies a team. But let me Google. To see with Korea also. Korea, the way they were crying, the way Korea was crying, I doubt if they can qualify. But bodies says that Korea is at 3. Okay, it low-key made no sense how they lost to South Africa when they were so toe-to-toe against Mexico. South Africa, wait. When you say how they lost to South Africa when they were so toe-to-toe with Mexico, I think you're talking about Korea. Honestly, like guys, what I'm saying is that this World Cup, I don't know, I think maybe it's just how it is. It's completely different. It is not as expected, or it's not as predictable. Yeah, this World Cup is not as predictable. The problem is that South Africa, honestly, I think, and when I say this, I'm talking for other South Africans. We as South Africans know the capabilities of South Africa. We know they are good, but sometimes it can just be the situation that makes you perform bad. Number 1, South Africa's first team against Mexico. Hence, I always emphasize that South Africa is capable of taking Mexico. I have emphasized this a lot of live streams. If we had played with the better team, basically, if our players were more confident, you saw South Africa yesterday against South Korea. Like, there was a different type of South Africa. That's not the South Africa that you saw against Mexico. That's not the against Zeshia. It might have been, South Africa was not too bad. But the South Africa we saw playing against Zeshia and South Korea is not the same as the South Africa that played against Mexico. So I always say that South Africa, maybe it was just the fact that they were playing in Mexico's home ground. That also counts in football. And on top of that, we know the capabilities of South Africa. I'm not saying South Africa is like the best team in the world right now. I'm not saying South Africa will take the World Cup. I'm not saying South Africa can beat all of these teams, but I think South Africa has the capabilities of pushing way further in this competition. The only problem we had earlier on, if you can go on social media when Mexico was playing with South Africa, we were talking about the selection and the formation. The formation that the coach was playing with was an all-defense formation with 5 defenders at the back. So that was basically a defense strategy. That is what killed the team, honestly. Once it started changing when we played against Zeshia, that's now you saw South Africa We saw South Africans shining. You saw Mbogazi shining that day. You saw Mbogazi shining. You saw, you saw Tewo Homokwe. Now you saw all these players. Now they started shining because I think they were crippled in the earlier on. Earlier on, they were crippled because of that formation. And also, as South Africans, there are just certain players that we know were going to be detrimental to the team's performance. You understand? So South Korea, either way, I feel like Zeshia, we could have beaten Zeshia also because there are a lot of chances we had while playing with Zeshia. There are a lot of chances that were wasted that I feel like they could have gone in. Zeshia, it was not. It was I think it was mainly because we were starting to warm up to the game. That's why we kind of had that drop. We were just starting to warm up to the game. But if you look at it that way, that South Korea was going toe-to-toe with Mexico, but yet lost to South Africa. Also, Zeshia had a draw with they lost to South Korea, but had a draw with us. It's just a lot, honestly. If you think about it that way, it's just gonna confuse you a lot because it doesn't work that way. Like this World Cup and football, it doesn't work that way. There are a lot of things, a lot of factors to consider. Earlier on, there are many teams that were perfect. Earlier on, there were many teams that were perfect. We saw Germany scoring 7 goals. But what happened to Germany today? What happened to Germany today? Germany opened the World Cup with 7 goals. What happened to Germany today? So it does not make sense, but it is football at the end of the day. That's what makes this whole sport beautiful. It is not predictable. It doesn't matter how much experience you have. It doesn't matter how big you are. It doesn't matter how many goals you scored. Once you get inside that field, everything kind of resets and starts from the scratch. Once you get inside the playing field, everything resets, starts from the scratch. We are on the same level. We are on the same level, honestly. And the other thing that the other advantage that other teams like South Africa had is that they had already seen South Korea play, so they had the time to kind of analyze South Korea, their best players. That way they could formulate a strategy that can put South Korea down. That is the other advantage they had. Starting earlier on, you are just playing with people for the first time. You don't know what to expect. You don't know what to expect. We did not know what to expect from Mexico at that time. We did not know what to expect. But playing with Zeshia, we had already seen Zeshia against South Korea. We are seeing South Korea again. So again, as time goes, we see South Korea again. And you want to tell me that after watching South Korea play 2 times, we cannot how should I say it? What's this word? But yeah, after seeing South Korea twice, there's no way we were gonna fail to set a better team to beat South Korea. That's basically what I'm saying. Scotland is -3, Korea is -1. Paraguay needs to lose today, so there are 2 more countries below Korea. Okay, now for Korea, honestly, it's gonna be, I doubt if they could make it. We saw with the reactions, I think they are done. I think their chances are done right now. It's definitely not gonna be easy for them to get through. I don't know how it's gonna go, but it seems like they're gonna look at they're gonna formulate, they're gonna kind of compile the number 3s and then try to score them so that they can select, I don't know. I believe the best 8 number 3s go through of us. Okay, right. I didn't know, honestly. I didn't know. Safe bet is always Argentina. If they lose, then that's God's choice. Argentina, yeah, it's always a safe bet. But then again, look at how close France was the last time. Look at how close France was. So France was so close to taking the World Cup last time. So close. So right now also, it can go either way, honestly, when it comes to the World Cup title. It can most definitely go either way. That is one thing I love about this World Cup. It is not that predictable. It is not that easy to predict. We see big teams losing to smaller teams. We see smaller teams all of the sudden performing. So that's one thing that I love about this World Cup. So as of Korea, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, we will see. We will see. We will see. Where's this is that okay, yeah. Golden Pathway says that Iraq body slam that dude. There's a fight breaking out here, honestly. And I think is it the dude who fell on the screens? Is it the one who fell on the screens that are like around the stadium? I think he fell on the screens. But yeah, I think for Australia, honestly, I feel like they have a chance, but I don't know. Maybe they just do not want to take that chance. But this game is very important to both of these teams at this point. It determines where they go, basically. It determines who's moving forward and who's not. But I'm sensing a low stakes energy. I'm not getting that high stakes energy with a lot of tries, with aggression. I'm not getting that from Australia or Paraguay. Like, I see that they're trying, but I'm not getting the level of aggression that really tells the seriousness that can, like, that can explain the seriousness of this matter. But what I know is that either way, if it ends as a draw, Australia still makes it. Argentina also, with Argentina, I'm just not too sure with Argentina. There are just a bit of chances, a bit of teams right now. A bit of teams. I know Portugal, I know they won't most probably reach way too far. Yeah, I think Portugal won't reach way too far. So I'm just looking at Brazil and Spain also. I think, especially Brazil. I think Brazil is also like a good team as we speak. But I'm just not quite sure. I'm just not quite sure. I just feel like there's just gonna be a lot of surprises when it comes to the knockout stages. I feel like the knockout stages are gonna surprise a lot of us. I feel like they're gonna surprise a lot of us, and I'm not talking in terms of South Africa. That one, I don't want to talk too much about it, but I kind of feel like there's gonna be a lot of upset fans. As of from next week, a lot of people will be very upset. A lot of them will be very upset because a lot of these teams have been playing against smaller teams, and I feel like that kind of got in their heads somehow. Hence, you see them struggling when they play against teams that actually perform better. They start with smaller teams that are struggling, and they kind of start. I think they kind of start setting that as a standard of opponents. And at the end of the day, they get faced with a team that can actually play. They get knocked out. I mean, they get beaten, not knocked out. But I think a lot of them will surprise us, especially from next week. There's still a lot of surprises. We are in for a lot of surprises. We must be ready. Also, this is where now we see Argentina and all of those other teams. That's where now we see them for who they actually are. I don't think if I'm making sense. That's where we see their true performances. So I think for me this year, one team that I'm most definitely that I would put my money on, but honestly, this is for me. It will most definitely be France. It will most likely be France over Argentina. It will be France over Argentina. It would be France over Argentina. But yeah, I'm just happy that we are starting to get into that side. I'm just happy we are starting there. Really hyped for Japan's match tonight. Japan is playing. Which team hasn't Japan played? I think I saw Japan. Japan was playing. Was Japan not playing earlier on? I think I saw Japan playing today. Did they have a draw or lose? Let me check. Maybe I might be wrong. Didn't like Japan play today? Let me check this. I think Japan played, if I'm not wrong. Did I not see Japan? Yeah, Japan was playing against Sweden. Japan was playing against Sweden and it ended as a draw. A 1-1 draw. Tonight there's no Japan, Wesley. I think you're mistaken. I don't know, which game are you looking forward to? Maybe you made a mistake. It is currently a hydration break. I think maybe you made a mistake because Japan was playing last night. For me, it was last night actually. Was it last night or in the AMs? I think it was in the AMs. Yeah, you've already missed Japan. It was playing. The problem is that there are 2 matches at a time right now. There are 2 matches at a time. So today is gonna be Group I, which is gonna be very, very, very action-packed. And there is Norway versus France, Senegal versus Iraq. It's gonna be match-packed. How did you miss it? How did you miss that game? How did you miss that match? Like, it was literally playing at, I don't know, I think it was earlier on at midnight, if I'm not wrong. I don't know if it was midnight. Yeah, it was midnight. South African time actually. It was midnight. You missed that. They had a draw. Japan had a draw. Oh yeah. Oh, it's when you say heat. Oh, heat. What heat? What heat? So is it hot where you are right now? Is it hot? Because here it's literally winter right now. It's literally winter. But yeah, they played earlier on today. Like, it was literally at midnight, and they had a draw. They played a draw against Sweden. You have a heat wave. Honestly, that's a bit positive. Some of us still have to be wearing jackets and jerseys. We have to keep warm and all of that. So yeah, I guess you have to at least appreciate that. Appreciate that, because some of us do not have that, and we wish we but a heat wave also. We'll just wait for some. I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I'm ready for that heat. But yeah, it played earlier on. You missed that match. I think you missed that one. So tonight we have Norway and France. That is the match of the. That is definitely gonna be the main match. But I'm definitely gonna be I don't know which game I'm gonna have to focus on between these two, but I think I'm just gonna stick to Norway and France. That is gonna be one of the matches to look out for me. Gonna hit for 40 Celsius today. It's pretty hot. Which area do you live in actually? Which area do you live in? Like, where do you live? Which country? Which country? Because right here, some of us are in winter. It's pretty cold. Like, it's literally cold here. It is the middle of winter. Oh, you are in Europe. Okay, makes sense. For me, it's still winter. Netherlands. But did you see the Netherlands though? But I think you might have seen Netherlands, because Netherlands was playing at the same time as Japan. They were playing at the same time as Japan. They won by 3-1. But then again, they were playing against Tunisia. So I think we have it good, because some of us are very cold. You know, in South Africa it's cold, literally cold. It's winter right now. It's winter. Winter was supposed to start the last month, so I think it's the issue of global warming and all. So it's a bit delayed. It's a bit delayed. So I'm a bit worried, but yet it is cold. It's very cold in South Africa at this time. So we are watching the World Cup in winter. For me, it seems like Australia they don't want more goals. They're okay. I think Australia is okay with scoring any more goals. They're not trying anymore. They are not trying anymore to score. They haven't tried anyways. This has just been a 50-50 game, you know. This has just been a 50-50 game. I think I'm gonna check out let me check the USA game, but also that one also seems like it's a bit, so let me just stay here anyways. I think something might happen soon. You might see something happening here. Because there's usually this thing that when I leave games, all of a sudden there's action, all of a sudden there's goals. Because I remember the other time I was streaming and then I got too tired, I couldn't continue. I had to stop the match because there were no goals. All of a sudden, 3 goals in that same match immediately after I started sleeping. So I think let me just remain here for, because it's almost done also. It is 70 minutes. And we know that it's around this time where now things start to change. It's around this time where things start to heat up. So the United States is currently sitting at number 1 with 7 points. If the game continues like this, then Australia number 2 with 4 points. If the game continues like this, then Paraguay number 2 again with number 3 with 4 points. But the only difference would be the goal difference. Turkey, I thought it was gonna just at least maybe try to be number 3. I wanted them to at least go for the number 3 spot, but it seems like that's not gonna happen. It seems like that's not gonna happen with the USA equalizing. So they need one last goal. So many people missing balls here. What's going on? Missing balls like that. It is currently 74 minutes on the game between Paraguay and Australia. Why is Australia performing so badly today? I don't know. Like, I'm getting concerned. Why is it performing badly like this? Because right now it kind of seems like it is, a game between maybe Haiti and Qatar. The way they are playing. It is not looking good. I'm worried about them even if they make it outside of the group stages. I think they're gonna have a hard time standing out. Fatigue could be a reason. Yeah, but I think they're gonna have a hard time standing out on the knockout stages. Even if they make it, I think they're gonna have a hard time. Because with this type of gameplay, it's gonna be a problem. Imagine if they have to start against Portugal, for an example, or France. So I feel like they are not treating this game as serious as they were supposed to. They're not taking it that serious. And this game determines a lot, honestly. Because it's about to be 80 minutes. Not even a single goal. Look at Turkey. Turkey has already scored 2 goals so far. Earlier on in the first half, they had already scored 2 goals. On the other side, Australia and also Paraguay. I think the 2 teams actually, not only Australia. The reason I'm saying this is because I feel like Australia was supposed to be the bigger team in this competition. They're supposed to be the bigger team, but yeah, they're not taking this game serious. I'm not taking this game as serious. But yeah, if it is fatigue, it is understandable. But this game carries its future, basically. Carries the future for both teams. "77 minutes in, 0 Australia, 0 Paraguay." But then again, Paraguay also, I feel like it is one of those teams that have been like having a very bad season in the World Cup. But I know there's no team that can have a bad season like Turkey. I feel so bad for Turkey. I feel so bad for Turkey. Losing all of their 3 matches. All of their 3 matches are lost at this point. All of their 3 matches. Let me see the standings for the number 3s actually. I think they're starting to compile it so far. I think I saw a compilation of that. Earlier on today. But I don't know if it's already updated. Okay, I don't know if it's already updated. Where's South Korea? But it seems like South Korea might qualify. It's possible that they might make it. If they're taking the top 8. I see the number 1 right now is Sweden. And then there's Ecuador, then there's Bosnia, Croatia, and South Korea. South Korea has a chance actually. Paraguay also has a chance. Okay. Seems like these two teams actually have a chance, but I think we're gonna have to wait for the final games also. Gonna wait for the final games. But so far it's Brazil. Brazil. So you're saying like they're literally gonna be, oh, that's too bad. It's too bad. How are they gonna? Damn. No, that's bad. That's bad, honestly. If they're gonna play against Brazil, I feel bad, honestly. And I was complaining about the situation earlier when I said, imagine. I don't know which team I was talking about. I was saying, imagine you just have to play against Portugal on your first knockout match. Like literally the first match you have to play against Portugal. No, that's too bad, honestly. Because I see they are currently advancing. Those are the teams that are currently advancing. But I think they will conclude the final list once all of the games have played. For now, yeah, I think they will conclude the games. So Belgium might be going home. Hey, Belgium. Let me see. Belgium might be going home. Yeah, I think Belgium. Okay, Belgium is still questionable at this point. They still have a game. Okay, they still have a game. They still have a game left. So yeah, I think the problem is that it's gonna be finalized after all the games. I think it's gonna be finalized after all the games have played. But I kind of feel like Japan has like a chance because they're currently number 5 on the current list. So they have a chance. Oh, this is South Korea. It's not even Japan. South Korea, yeah. Japan is nowhere to be found here. So it means Japan is not, it's done. They don't have any choice. Paraguay, Algeria, Scotland. Yeah, but we'll just have to wait for the rest of the games to play so that we can tell. It's not a lot of games that are left. How many games? 2, 4, 6, 8. Hey, it's a lot. 12. Wait, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I think it's around 12 games left. Yeah, around 12 games left. So I think for now, South Korea is a bit positive. South Korea is a bit positive right now. But the remaining games also will have a very big impact on that list. There's currently 81 minutes. I see a Paraguay with an attempt. At this time, that's where now Paraguay is starting to wake up. That's where they're starting to realize how serious this whole thing is. The fact that they are only realizing now how serious the game is crazy. After 80 minutes, whole 80 minutes without no sense of agency. This is where now they start to have that sense of agency. Spending 80 minutes without a sense of agency to try and attack last minute like this. Australia inside of the penalty box. Australia does not have, like, don't they have like strikers, like people who can kick balls with power? I think that is the one of the biggest problems that I'm witnessing from Australia. They do not have people who can kick the ball with power actually. All of the strikes are honestly very weak, and I think they are easy to save. And also being selfish. I think that is the problem also, being too selfish and not passing the ball. We see this a lot actually. We see this a lot. But honestly, whatever happens, they're gonna be okay as long as Paraguay does not win. As long as Paraguay does not win. 6 shots for Paraguay, 10 shots for Australia. A few substitutions from the 2 players right now. Turkey still 2-2 against USA. One thing I like is that right now we are starting to see every team's real performance, basically their actual performance. I think we are starting to see that. I think we are starting to see that right now. I think we're starting to see that right now. The USA. I see a few changes with only 7 minutes left. I honestly feel like both these teams wasted a lot of time. Both of them, they wasted a lot of time but last minute goals are also the best. But the problem with that is that you never know. You really never know what's gonna happen. Because I also see Paraguay now starting to attack, starting to try and score all of the sudden. Australia. Ooh. Australia. No. I don't know. Losing possession very easily. Losing the ball very easy. Easy. Sloppy mistakes at this time of the game. Australia is currently playing all defense. It seems like they are comfortable in this draw. In this draw, Australia is comfortable. Australia is playing all defense. They're not taking any chances with this. Shout out to the youth, we the future, we the vibe. Okay, so Paraguay is still still part of this. So I think both of these teams are actually, it makes a lot of sense. Paraguay is number 4. So it is still part of the top 8 number 3s if it happens this way. So it makes a lot of sense why they are not stressed. But honestly, I feel like if they were serious, they could have tried to at least win so that they can know for sure if they are proceeding or not. "87 minutes in." Only 3 minutes left until the end of the game. It's most likely there's two games ending at a draw. There would be no. Australia should have scored and then locked the game down. Yeah, they should have done that, but it seems like they're just locking the game down. Seems like they're just locking the game down without scoring. They don't want to score yet, but locking down, yes, they are locking the game down. Right now, they're starting to lock the game down. Right now, they are starting to lock it down. But like I said, either way, whatever happens, they are still comfortable because they are still qualifying as number 2. They're still qualifying as number 2. So with the draw, it'll just basically mean that since there are no goals, it'll still put them as number 2. The only difference would be if maybe there were goals from, but still, even if there was goals and then it was a draw, they're still okay. They're still okay either way. The only problem for them would be losing. That would put them at number 3. But then again, I think they will be part of the top 8 of the number 3s. Since Paraguay was number 4, it means they will most likely take that space or go high. Okay, Australia trying to create a chance here. Okay. Australia. I waste the chance. I feel like my only problem with Australia, I feel like a lot of them are being selfish. After getting through 2 defenders, I think you should just find a way to pass the ball. That was a nice build-up, but unfortunately it didn't end as a goal. Also, I kind of feel like the teammates were late. But it's gonna be a goal kick for that's one of the strangest World Cup stuff. I think we are together there, honestly. When it comes to this World Cup, that's why I always say, like, right now, this is the most unpredictable World Cup. Like, you never know, literally, what's gonna happen. You never know what's gonna happen in this World Cup. One time a team is performing well, being on top of the world, all of a sudden, it's no longer doing that. One time a team can play against Brazil, hold Brazil to a draw, play with a weaker team, fail to score. There's a lot going on here, honestly. There is a lot going on. There's a lot going on in this World Cup, and I think that's what makes it special. I think this is what makes this whole World Cup special. I think so, honestly. I see that as an advantage more than a disadvantage. I think that's what makes this whole thing special. Hence, I'm always hoping that, you know, the team that wins the World Cup becomes the team that nobody expected. That's where I want to take the World Cup. I want it to be a team that we do not expect to win, basically. I don't know which team. I always say Morocco, but I'm not quite too sure about Morocco. But I don't know. I don't want it to be Argentina. Argentina. I don't want it to be Brazil. I don't want it to be Argentina. I don't want it to be Brazil. I don't want it to be Spain. I don't want it to be France. But those are the two. Those are the four most probably winners of the World Cup. But I want somebody. Yeah, it makes it a very unique one. Very unique. It looks like it'll be a draw, Australia and Paraguay. Yeah, that we are currently at the 5 minutes at a time. It seems like all of these 2 games that are currently playing at this time will end at a draw. Seems like both of them will just end at a draw. All of them will end at a draw. That's how it looks. Because we are currently at added time right now, the final minutes of the game. Hence I'm saying I missed the knockout stage. Actually not I miss. I'm looking forward to the knockout stage. Ooh, Paraguay with an almost. You know what? My problem with these 2 teams that are playing is, how are they kicking these balls? How are they kicking these balls? Why aren't they putting any power on these shots that they are kicking? That is my question. I'm concerned about that part. Wesley says that, yeah, I agree. Rather see 2 underdogs in the final. Yeah, I know. But I think it will most likely be an underdog and one of the 4 that I've mentioned. Exactly what I'm talking about. Like, there's no power in the strikes from these 2 teams. I don't know. Maybe I'm just used to this, you know, aggressive attacks and everything. But I feel like if they can just put in a little bit of power, and I'm not only Australia, the 2 of them actually. Because I saw Paraguay's attempt. Also, it lacked power. It definitely lacked that energy. I think that is one of the reasons why teams like Brazil always get the score. Because when Vinicius kicks, you can tell that there was so much power in that strike. But here, there's really like no much power in their strikes. I was so happy when I know Ivory Coast and South Africa win. Did Ivory Coast win? Did Ivory Coast win? Ivory Coast, did they win? Let me check actually how they played, because I know I know about South Africa, yes, but Ivory Coast I'm not quite sure. Let me check their last game. Oh, they won 2-0. Damn it, how did I forget? I don't know how I forget that, but yeah, it's very beautiful to see that we have African teams that are qualifying, basically. African teams. I think so far we have 3 African teams. I think we have 3 African teams that have qualified. Yeah, 3 African teams. Yeah, I think we have 3 African teams, because I know that we have Morocco. Okay, we have South Africa, we have Morocco. What else? We have Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast. We have Egypt. Okay, we are within. We have Egypt. Senegal still needs to, I don't know, still needs to beat Iraq, I guess. Okay, we also have Ghana. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, I just saw that they beat Curaçao 2-0. Okay, there's Ghana, Algeria. I'm not quite too sure. That is the end of the game. It is a draw between Paraguay and Australia. So Australia qualifies with this score. There's Egypt, there's Cote d'Ivoire, Morocco. I think Africa is well represented, and there's also South Africa. 5 countries, while we are still waiting for the others. 5 countries so far. So I think this is positive, honestly. This is way too positive for Africa. So that is the end of the game between Paraguay and Australia. As I mentioned, this has been like a very slow game. It has been a very slow game. I'm also directed to the only game that is playing. Australia into the knockout round. Looks like Paraguay might not make it due to the logos. Now the thing is that Paraguay is currently part of the top 8 number 3s, so there's a possibility of making it. I think they're currently number 4. They're number 4, so they still have a chance. The only problem is that we don't know how the other teams are gonna play. We don't know who's gonna end up where, who's gonna do what. But Paraguay is still part of the. It's still here. They are still here. They still have a chance to get through. I checked the standings for the top number 3s. Paraguay can still do it. We'll just have to wait for the final games to play so that we can know for sure. Even South Korea still has a chance, so just gonna have to wait, honestly. So thank you so much for pulling through. USA and Tunisia, it will most likely end at a draw because the match is practically over. It is 97 minutes. You just have to end the game. USA and Turkey. So yeah, it will most likely end that way. Imagine Australia wins the World Cup. Yeah. Wait, what? I just turned off the game. This is beautiful to see. Why did I leave the game so early? Look at Turkey beating USA exactly at stoppage time. Look at Turkey scoring the 3rd goal. I don't know why I just closed the match. I thought it was over. Why did I do that? Exactly at stoppage time. Let me just hope it's still playing. Maybe I missed the goal. Come on. Okay, this is the goal from Turkey. Oh, this is beautiful to see. This is a beautiful day for Turkey. This is beautiful for Turkey. Honestly, Wesley, you predicted this match accurately. So you said it. You mentioned it. You predicted it most definitely. I remember your comment vividly, so I remember it, you saying 3-2. I remember that. I remember your message saying 3-2 for Turkey. I remember that one. Wow. Okay, now I'm happy. I think I'm happy so far. I'm okay. Congratulations to Turkey. But they are not number 3 either way. But I'm just happy that they managed to get a win today. They will be knocked out, yes. They will be knocked out. But I'm just happy that they at least have 3 points. No, they did. They played very well today. Congratulations to all the teams that won today, actually. That played. That won, yes. That is beautiful to see for Turkey. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. I was not expecting that win. Like, when I literally closed the stream, that is where I saw on the screen, on my screens, that, you know, Turkey just scored. No, that was a well. They fought well. They fought well, and it was evident from the beginning. So thank you so much for everybody that has pulled through. Let me just give a quick shout out to you guys, to Sumaya for being number 1, and Wesley for being number 2, plus Phoenix, Golden Pathway, Shadow Coaching, yes, Buddies or Bodies. Very, very weird name again, but yeah, shout out to you, and shout out to Chris. Shout out to Chris. So thank you so much to everybody that has pulled through. If you haven't subscribed and it is your first time and you enjoy watch along content, also let me give a shout out to, how can I forget this? I forgot that I was multi-streaming. Also, a shout out to Endo and Simba. Yeah, shout out to Endo and Simba on Twitch. I think that is the only person who watched on Twitch today. So yeah, I don't know how I could have forgotten that. So please subscribe before you leave. I go live whenever there is a game. We have a match packed day today. A lot of high stakes games are playing, so I just want to give a shout out to you guys, also to the moderators, being Wesley, being Sumaya, and being Phoenix. So these are the moderators that are currently live, right, that are currently active right now. Thank you so much, guys, for pulling through. I will see you guys next time. This is good morning from me anyways. This is good morning. It is not good night, it is good morning. See you guys later on.